How's it going, everyone? We are back after the New Year's. Hopefully everybody had a good New Year and we can kick off 2022 with a bang. I mean, we're a couple days into it already, so the festivities have kind of died down, but let's get back to talking some gaming news. Want to go over the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 game releases this week. Still early in January, and in this very early portion, it's still a recovery process, but within the next 2 to 3 weeks, things are going to start picking up again, but a couple titles you should know about that are dropping this week. We'll go over a couple of game deals as well, one in particular that really did catch my eye, and we'll talk CyberConnect 2 announcing a new game in February, and we have some sales numbers for those games. If you guys don't know, they've worked on a bunch of anime-related titles: Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Naruto Storm 4. Back in the day, they also did .hack GU, but we'll talk about that. And PlayStation Now, we've got the update for January 2022. Kind of interesting to monitor the PS Now offerings every month with this Spartacus upgrade subscription service being in the works. We'll see how that turns out, but more on that at the end of this video. Do want to talk the new game releases this week on PS5 and PS4, coming both to PS5 and PS4. Deep Rock Galactic. This is a game that's been out on Xbox as well as PC for quite a while, has been received incredibly strongly with its PC release. It was also in early access for a little while, and it saw its full release early last year. It's a 1 to 4 player co-op FPS, so you guys know what I always say about Plus. With a game like this, it is definitely accentuated by cooperative play, so the fact is, they're giving it a very accessible way for you to get into the game. So, you know, if you want a 4-player multiplayer game, it's not like you have to do a bunch of convincing to your buddies to pick it up, because if you guys are playing multiplayer titles, you have Plus anyway. All of that will work out really well. To give you guys an idea of the reception, 93,000 Steam user reviews, 97% of those reviews have been positive, and 85 on Metacritic. It will also be boasting some PlayStation 5 features exclusive to the console thanks to the DualSense controller, so that'll be pretty cool. Particularly the touchpad can be used to control the terrain scanner, the built-in speaker will be used to an extent as well, and the game will be available on PS4 as well, so do remember that. A free game on PlayStation Plus, quote-unquote free, I feel like I always have to say that. Another game that will be dropping this week, Demon Gaze Extra, will be coming west on January the 6th. Now, this is a port of a PlayStation Vita title. The only thing is, obviously, this does target a more niche audience, but $60 price tag, I think, is a little bit steep. I don't know, like, a lot of these JRPGs, the audience is already set and you can kind of price them whatever, and what you'll notice is some of these low-key JRPGs do have more premier price points, and they do retain their price for a little bit longer, but I just think $60 for a game like this is a bit expensive, but still something to keep an eye on, especially if you are a fan of JRPGs. Probably going to be something you'll want to pick up, maybe not at $60, but down the line, at a discount, maybe half price at like $30, it might be something to check out. The game was received okay with its original release, a 70 on Metacritic, so, you know, with it being a Vita release, I don't know how many people actually checked it out, but for JRPG fans, it might be something you want to keep on your radar. Moving on from that, I do want to give one deal a mention, because this is a really solid one. Nier Automata Game of the Yorha Edition is down to $14.99. This is a couple bucks cheaper than its lowest low, I believe. I believe it went down as low as $17, but $15 even better. I thought extremely highly of Nier Automata. The Game of the Yorha Edition, you know, it's not worth rebuying the game or anything like that, but it does include some additional stuff, and the game itself is at such a high level. Story's a little bit confusing at first, but then it really comes together nicely. I would recommend you to play Nier Replicant as well. That game's a little bit on the pricier side at this stage of the game, but Nier Automata is fantastic from a gameplay standpoint. Platinum Games did a phenomenal job with the game. And obviously, the music is absolutely excellent. That can be said also for Nier Replicant. And yeah, definitely a game worthwhile to pick up. Even if you're kind of new to JRPGs, I think the game is so stylish, I think the gameplay is so good that you might end up getting into it even if you're not the biggest JRPG fan, because it's more of an action RPG than anything anyway. And I don't know, I feel like everybody can appreciate the excellent music, the excellent gameplay. Thought it was a very, very good game, and hopefully we'll see Nier stick around for quite a while. Will be interesting to see what Square Enix decides to do with the IP next. Alright, moving on from that, I do want to note, CyberConnect 2 did talk a little bit of stuff. They're going to be announcing a new game in February. This was said by Hiroshi Matsuyama in a live stream, a special 2022 live stream, New Year's Eve live stream. And according to Matsuyama, the new title will be announced and will definitely get people talking and promises to be something that will shake the world. I always like to take that with a grain of salt, like, bro, it's a video game. It ain't gonna shake the world, but, you know, sometimes translation and things like that, so take that with a grain of salt. But hey, if they announce like a new .hack game, that would be something, that would be like the #1 thing I'd like to see out of CyberConnect 2. I want to pull up what their recent game releases have been. Have they been mostly doing anime-related stuff? Yeah, it's all been like anime adaptations into video games and things like that. They did do Fuga Melodies of Steel as well, but DBZ Kakarot, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they did a game for that, and of course Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. You know, those games have been fairly good. If you want to look at anime games as a whole, and then CyberConnect 2's track record with anime games, they do a pretty darn good job with these games, and sales-wise, they've been doing pretty well. Demon Slayer's at 1.32 million, and it's wild to me. I'm not too into Demon Slayer, but that show is definitely super popular, and good to see the game doing pretty well as well. DBZ Kakarot surpassing 4.5 million units worldwide. That's an impressive number as well. 4.5 million. I mean, DBZ is still, you know, kicking it as one of the notable Japanese IPs in the world. And then Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 has surpassed 8.7 million. Bear in mind, that game's been out since, I want to say, early 2016, so it's had a little bit of a head start. But, man, close to 9 million units for a Naruto Storm game, that is nothing to scoff at all. The game is obviously available on, it's available on PS4, Xbox One, and then PC as well, so had a lot of platforms to be sold on, but so did Kakarot and Demon Slayer. I mean, those games are on Switch as well, so very good numbers out of that. Naruto Storm 4 is on Switch as well. You know, if it's another anime game, it'll be a solid adaptation, and CyberConnect 2 always is relatively consistent with that. I don't know if people love DBZ Kakarot as much as I did. You know, you can make the qualms about it not being, like, a great RPG by 2020 standards, but, you know, I still thought it was a pretty good game, and it recreated a lot of the DBZ moments pretty solidly, so we'll see what their next game is. Hopefully, again, I would love to see .hack. I remember GU Last Recode doing pretty well, and the Switch release is coming up on March, so I don't know, man. It would be a pretty a timely announcement if we did get a new .hack title. I think the IP's been underutilized for the last few years, or at least for the last decade. I mean, when did Volume 3 of GU initially come out? It's been a long time, and then we got, like, .hack Link on the PSP, but I don't think that even came out over here in the West, and if it did, I definitely would have played it, so it definitely didn't come out over here in the West. But again, an announcement to follow. And lastly, do you want to know PlayStation Now games for January 2022? Let's go through this very quickly. Mortal Kombat 11, Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age is in there as well, which is definitely, in my opinion, the best addition. Mortal Kombat 11 is definitely, you know, just as notable of a game, but MK11 goes on sale for pretty steep discounts. Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age still holds up on PSN, and it'll be like 25 bucks on a sale. So, yeah, that's a nice addition there. Fury Unleashed, you've got Unturned being added as well. Super Time Force Ultra and Kerbal Space Program Enhanced Edition. So, pretty decent roster of games being added again. We'll see how this compares to if Spartacus comes out this year, if we do get an evolution of the subscription model from Sony. That is going to be a nice comparison to make, so we'll see how that turns out. But that's going to do it for me again. Deep Rock Galactic, Demon Gaze Extra, the PlayStation 4 and 5 releases for this week. Nier Automata, 15 bucks for that, I think is excellent. CyberConnect 2, I know maybe not the most notable developer in the world from a worldwide appeal standpoint, but man, you look at their sales numbers, they've been doing pretty well, and I think a .hack announcement would get people pretty excited. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. We'll see what it is come next month. And then PlayStation Now for January looking pretty decent with Mortal Kombat 11 and Final Fantasy 12 heading the pack. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.